Struggling to keep your Kirby working efficiently? Then this is a video for you. Don't forget, every key to the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Hi Kirby fans, welcome back to the channel. If you've invested in the Kirby home cleaning system and you want to keep it running efficiently, even a car needs maintenance over time. Now these are a few tips and tricks that I do every month with my Kirby just to keep it working efficiently and cleaning correctly. That way you're going to prevent damage to your Kirby, repair costs in the future. Now you're going to keep it cleaning your home efficiently and protecting all those furnishes that you've bought. And this will help you get the most out of that Kirby investment. Let's jump straight into it. Now you might be asking why I'm running with the Kirby G4, and that's because the Kirby G4 is 20 years old and still running as new as when I bought it back in 1994. Now you may notice a few upgrades on there, and I will put links down in the description of where to get those from. So there's a few things you're going to need. Obviously some antibacterial wipes, or you can use a damp cloth, a Stanley knife, and this attachment here, I will put a link down of where to get them from. This did come with my cordless vacuum, but I found it really great servicing the Kirby as well. But when you're not using your Kirby, obviously you want your belt wound off. Now what I mean by that, and a lot of people get confused, I don't mean wind it off like that, because what that does is that puts tension on the belt. That's now stretching the belt ready for you to remove. So when I mean off is I mean take it off when you've finished using it, and then wind that belt back off so it is not even hooked up. When you wind it on, it picks up the belt, and if you leave your Kirby or shampoo system in that position, it's going to stretch that belt. That belt is not going to work. It's going to be totally wrecked after literally a week or even 2 days. So that's another reason you don't leave it in the off position with that tension on the belt. That is off, so the belt's not connected. So next up, what you'll find if you've got pets or people with long hair, so what you want to do is make sure there's no hairs on this spindle. If there is any hairs, grab a Stanley knife, and all you're going to do is slice them off and then pull them off. And that's mainly if you've got a partner that's got long hair. Also you want to check if you've got pets as well, you might have pet hair stuck in here, so as you can see there, but we've got a few pet hairs stuck in there. So all you're going to do, grab a screwdriver or your Stanley knife, hook that out, because that is going to reduce your airflow. 9 times out of 10, what these hairs do is they cut into that blade. Over time, that fan blade is going to get damaged and it's going to need replacing. Now, if you've got a new Kirby, then every 12 months, you'll probably have a service with Kirby and they'll replace that fan. It is pretty easy to do, and I have got a video on how to replace the fan if you need to do that. There's no actual chips on the fan, it's just literally where those dog hairs cut into the fan. That can reduce the airflow and the consistency of cleaning of your Kirby vacuum. So you want to at least check that every 12 months and obviously replace it if needs be. And they are literally cheap, and there will be links down below of where to get a new fan from. I suppose to go around to the side, I have got later style emptier on here, and that does improve the airflow significantly on the G4. And if you've got an original G4 that's a 700 watt motor or original G3, this is going to be way more powerful than the new Avalir 2 or Avalir Platinum. So next part you want to check is just take your mini emptier off, lift that and just check there's nothing in there, nothing blocking anywhere. Just make sure there's no socks have been sucked up and that stuck in there, reducing the airflow. And also if you've got dog hairs, you might have had a big clump go up there and it's been too big to actually get pushed into the bag, and that might be reducing airflow as well. So the next port of call is the outtake. You can see mine's pretty clean. What I like to do every couple of months or every month is just give that a wipe with a antibacterial wipe, just to keep that nice and clean. Make sure you let it dry first before you start vacuuming again, but that just keeps that nice and clean, and that just makes it a lot easier for your mini empty slide back on there. And also when it's dry, just put a bit of silicone spray around there just to keep this rubber lubricated. As you can see, this rubber is 20 years old and it's still as good as new. With your bag, just give that a wipe as well if you want to give that a bit of a clean while you've got access to that to remove any dust and grime. It's going to just keep it nice and clean and just keep that Kirby looking pretty new. The bag can be removed, and I have got a video on that, so check out my maintenance videos on how to remove your bag and give it a wash. Right, so moving on to the bag, just check your bag's not full. Now these have got a line on there, and you may notice and wonder why I've got a grey bag. These are a charcoal bag that Kirby did release ages ago, and they have stopped them in production. You can still get them sometimes on my Amazon links, but 9 times out of 10 they are pretty rare now because Kirby have stopped producing them. I don't know why, because I found these are really good at stopping that smell. But with your bag, what you don't want to do is fill it past this line, because that's going to reduce airflow and the space of where it can blow all that dust and grime. So if you're a pet owner like me, these are going to fill up a lot quicker. If you've got a new Kirby that's replaced your plastic vacuum, they're definitely going to fill up. You're going to notice Kirby bags are going to feel heavy, so make sure you replace this bag when it gets to the full line. Also, what I like to do, if you've got hardwood floors, you'll find that these wheels get quite grimy, and you don't want that going over your carpet. So I tend to clean those wheels with some antibacterial wipes, and it's really easy to do. All you want to do is turn your Kirby on, make sure you keep your fingers out of the way. You can prop it up on something if you like. Just lift that, put it in drive, and literally push this handle forwards or backwards and hold an antibacterial wipe there to clean those wheels and keep them from putting dirty marks over your light coloured carpets. And then finally onto your portable head. So if we flip this over, I've left this for around 3 weeks just for you guys to see, and I've had at Kirby's that I've bought that are a lot worse than this. Haven't been able to see the brush roll on some of the Kirby's I've picked up because they've just been wrapped around with human hair. This is an old house as well, so vacuuming an old carpet, you're going to be getting those carpet fibres and everything coming up while the Kirby's still removing the dirt and grime from those carpets. But the main issue I have is the hairs. So all you want to do is pull your brush roll out, remove your belt, and I like to use this tool here. If you haven't, you can use a standing knife as well. But what this tends to do, and it's great that it came with the cordless vacuum, is it just hooks those and cuts them with the blade. Ideally do this over a piece of paper or an old cloth. You want to remove all those hairs because they are reducing the way that the Kirby cleans, and obviously it's not going to be able to brush all that dirt and grime because it's blocked with these. So imagine that, it's like using a very soft brush and you're just rubbing your carpet. You're not actually letting the bristles get into those carpet fibres to clean them. But if you do this weekly, you're not going to have a lot of issues removing it. This is purely because I left it for around 3 weeks to a month just to make this video. Okay, also what it can affect as well, but you can see all that was wrapped around that brush roll. And then when it's pretty clean, what I like to finally do is get an antibacterial wipe and just give that brush roll nice clean just to freshen it up. So any smell that's in those bristles is going to be removed. Obviously make sure it's totally dry before you put it back, start using it. And with the ends, just take the ends off. You can swirl these in the sink. Make sure that that bearing is clean. So that's where this tool comes in handy, or you can use a little paintbrush. Make sure there's no hair wrapped around there. Same with your end. If you do these one at a time, you're not going to get the ends confused. Then pop that back on and repeat the same on the other side. So before popping the brush roll back in, it's going to be that way. So as you can see, we've got our sender here, we've got our pickup here, so it's going to pop in that way. But you can see that this is really dusty and grimy. So my advice is give this a bit of a clean out as well. Leave that to dry and then pop that back on the portable head. Now with your brush roll, make sure you put it in the right way. Fit a new belt if you need to. This belt still works fine. There's no flickering of the light. If your light's starting to flicker when it's just not down to the proper setting, then obviously it needs a new belt, but this foot belt is fine. So make sure when you slot this back in, what I like to do is go 3, 2, 1. That's your top setting. 3, 2, 1. It's your top setting. And just pop that back in that portable head. If it's not going in, then you've got it on the wrong setting. There is a 4 setting that's not a setting, which it has got written on the back here. When you first get your Kirby, it'll be on number 1. This is something they stopped putting on from the Avalir 100, and this sticker is pretty vital, and it's one thing I think Kirby should put back on so the brush roll isn't confusing for people. Got some of the long hair, just check it once a week and at least do this at least once a month to keep that brush roll nice and clean. But you can see we removed quite a bit of dog hair, quite a bit of human hair and dust and grime from that Kirby vacuum. Don't forget, if you're using the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Right, so enjoy those quick maintenance tips, and as you can see, by keeping on top of those, you're going to keep your Kirby running efficiently for years to come. My G4 is 20 years old and it still cleans as good, if not better, than when I bought it, and that's 20 years old. Now, I've got a Kirby from 1978 Classic 3 and that's still running. So it shows that when you buy these machines, they are a lifetime investment and they will last you and your family for generations to come. And for those who are looking to do a full strip down and service of your Kirby vacuum, check out this video next. And for those of you having problems with that tech drive, check out this video next. So thanks for watching, happy cleaning, and I'll catch you next one.